BTS on Kinetic Manifesto film first time reaction coming up in 30 seconds, guys. Woo, hey, this is Matt Criscuolo coming to you up close and personal. So many of you have requested more BTS, and I'm here for you, so let's do this. I wanted to thank a couple people who requested BTS and told me so many great things, like Beyond the Scenery, Hobie Bangtang, Anton Short, Masani Azura, Just Dan, Dilf, Serenity, Around the World Video, Sammy Strong, Autumn Blue, Phoebe, Damon Robin, DA, Marilyn PF, Mary Greer, and so many more. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So let's get right to this, shall we? Hey, and listen, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell icon. Let's stay in touch. I'm doing a whole bunch more of BTS. I'm Black Swan, Mic Drop, First Love, Butter, Blue and Gray. So let's get right to it, shall we? What is BTS going to do for us today? Check it out. Yeah, do. I dig that. I like it so far. Pretty slick. You know, it's got that, modern kind of sound for, this style of music. What is this style of music anyway? What is this called? You've got hip hop, you've got jazz, you got rap, what is this exactly? I hear a lot of it. I get the point with BTS. I'm digging it. I like it. Very nicely produced. But I forget what the name of this kind of stuff is called. Is there a name to it? Not that it matters. Sometimes labels, they kind of help a little bit to size things up a little bit and put them in a box. But we don't want to put them too much in a box with a bow on it. It's just either good or bad music for the most part. But you know what I'm getting at. Nice rhythms too, they're mixing up the rhythms a little bit. It's not just they got some triplets in there, they got other little things in there that they're doing. So it's it's got some musical interest. I mean, for somebody like me, or I happen to be a musician, but I mean, for basically anybody, it's nice to have that little bit of a rhythmic variety sometimes in music. It makes it a little more interesting. That's just my opinion. Interesting. Interesting. Nice dynamics, nice little breaks in the music, some variety, a little bit of a, some space. I like space in music, I mean, the space is just as important, if not almost even more important than the music itself. What is unsaid is just as important as what is said, because that's the backdrop to what's being said. I mean, if you got, for example, if you look at certain art where you have a big canvas with just white, and then you have a couple of little things going on in it, it's it's that contrast. It's very important to have that. So I can appreciate what these guys are doing. It takes a little guts. I mean, this is pop music, right? Is that what this is essentially, is pop? Or woo! Nice. Got a question for you, man. Are they doing a lot of this stuff a cappella? Is the bass that I'm hearing, is it somebody singing the bass like the way Pentatonics? Because I hear a lot of vocals throughout this whole song. The harmonies in the background, the vocals in the background. Just a whole wall of sound of vocals. And now I'm starting to wonder if maybe some of the beatboxing, and maybe if there's some beatboxing going on, and maybe some bass, a cappella. I'm not so sure. Now, the horns, there were some horns in there. There was a horn section. I'm hoping that they used real horns, but nowadays the digital is so good that it's kind of hard to tell if it's real or fake. And I'm a horn player. I couldn't really totally discern if it was real or not, but I think to add quality and aesthetic to a song like this with such high production value to begin with, I believe that they shouldn't take shortcuts and they should use real horns. But sometimes it's a matter of, it certainly isn't a matter of budget. Sometimes it's a matter of just, ease. Getting the horn players into the studio, laying down the tracks, writing out the music for them. Maybe it's a little easier to just sit there on the keyboard and go like this. You know what I mean? And play all the horns, and press a couple of buttons and get it done in the studio that way. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on this. I enjoyed it very much. I find it very exciting. Very high quality, great musicians. I don't know if they play instruments, these guys, but I would imagine that they have some piano chops, abilities, and maybe even guitar. Who knows? Maybe some of them play drums. I mean, these guys look like they are serious musicians, and they found a way to not only express themselves, but potentially make a very good living at being musicians, because that's so hard for so many great musicians. They struggle. I have friends that are like that are amazing musicians. They just can't really, get two coins to rub together. They just don't have the complete, package to have a commercial success like this. So at any rate, I enjoyed this very much. I'm so glad that you guys requested it for me. It's nice to be important, okay, but it's more important to be nice. And look, hey, you take it easy, and if it's real easy, take it twice.